This is Lance from Lance's Auto Vlog, and I'm back with a new video. So we have this Lamborghini Aventador. You can see the tops off it. We're going to do a full audio upgrade and add Apple CarPlay. So what we're going to do is we're going to obviously take this entire thing a piece apart to get the CarPlay feature, add to this, and then we're going to upgrade the speakers and the doors, some mid-bass drivers, and a set of tweeters. And then we're going to add a sub behind me here in between the two seats. That way we get some bump in the trunk. And we're going to do a 5-channel amp. And the amp we're going to use is an Audison AFM5.11 5-channel. It's a really nice looking amp, and I'll open that box up and show you what everything looks like in that box. And you'll be surprised. It has a lot of good features from the standpoints of things. And we're also going to put a controller in here somewhere. Not sure yet, but we're going to put a controller in here so we can actually control that sub bass. Stay tuned. And we're back. So we've taken this Lamborghini apart, LP 700.4 apart, and we've kind of figured out the game plan as far as what we're going to do to the car. So we're going to do a Morel 6-inch speaker here. This is kind of just a mock-up panel just to see where we stand. Sound dead in the doors. We've already pulled the tweeter out up here on the dash. And we've also pulled out the head unit since we're going to do CarPlay and everything. So the sensors console's been came out, and we've already sourced everything out of the unit. So we're going on all the wiring. And then, and this particular car had the upgraded audio package, which has the factory amplifier. And that factory amplifier is underneath the dash up here. Once we get it out, which I don't know if I'm going to pull it entirely out, we're going to figure out how to make all the connections and get it underneath the hood, because everything's going to wind up under the hood and with all the connections we need. So like I said, this is a really nice vehicle, and we've already disconnected the battery. We pulled all the panels out, and like I said, it's going to be some nice set of tweeters up front, Morel drivers in here, and then we're going to also do the game plan is to put a sub here in this location here and still be able to access this panel. I'm thinking more of a 10. That's the plan, so we can have some bang and bead in here, but stay tuned to see what we ultimately come up with, because I still got to figure out how to mount it. Found out that this whole piece here is made out of carbon fiber, so it has threaded screws that go in there, so I could probably more than likely make another panel, which I'm probably going to do, make another panel that fits this and blends in and have the stub dead center, and it'll be really nice when it turns out. So we got to run the wires, which that's going to be a fun one, because in this car it's all carbon fiber front plate, and we're probably going to do something cool to get those wires ran, but you know, get those wires ran, try not to drill any craziness into this car, make it look stock as possible. It'll look stock when we're done. Only thing's going to be standing out as a sub, and like I said, get the equipment up here. So the plan is to do an Audison AFM 5.11-bit, the DRC, which is going to wind up on the dash. Ultimately, I'm trying to get this sub in, but I got another game plan if it doesn't work out that well. And the hybrid 6-inch mid-bass drivers. And then we're also going to do some nice tweeters here, which we've kind of figured out that's really efficient. So it's going to be an upgrade from that size tweeter to that tweeter. And like I said, the Morels, which I've done Morel in my videos multiple times when it comes down to it. And these are not bad, the factory ones. The little neodymium magnet on it, but it's like an 8. And it just didn't sound that great. So when we're done, this car should be really dialed in. Stay tuned for the next side. So we got the speaker adapters made, and now Mike's going to actually sound in the doors. This is what it looks like now. Got light in there. It's pretty wide open. So we're going to do some denting here, some denting in there, and get it going. And then we got the CarPlay, everything in the console back together for the CarPlay. And I'll give you a little bit of enlightenment of that. But this one's a little tricky because of the way the car sets up. But other than that, it's pretty good. Stay tuned for the next side. And we're back. So we got some of the stuff done on the Lambo, behind the scenes stuff, like wiring. We put the kicks, connector on here. We also made some brackets here that goes on here that hold the box in place. So we're gonna put the sub box here. And what we basically did was we made it so the box is removable and you can take it in for service. And all they would have to do is take out the Allen wrench bolts that hold the box in place. So we're going to plug that box in. and it's all good to go. Nothing complicated. Now we move to the trunk, or the frunk, whatever you want to call it. And here you go. So we got the Forza FM5.11bit. Now the only thing I really can't fix is this hole. This is a pre-existing hole. Somebody put this hole to run this thing in here, the charger. I can relocate it, but it didn't make a difference whether I relocated it or not. But I did make a cover that covers it, and the wires go out here and go over there. But this piece comes off. You have 4mm bolts right here that allows you to use quick disconnects. There's some on this side, and there's some ones on the back side, and there's also a Anderson plug on for the power. And so all you do is take this off, you unplug these, slide them through the hole, pull it out, and then you can unplug the other plugs on the back side, and you're pretty much easy to get this frunk off for the customer, so it won't be too complicated. And then we just have to put this cover on after we tune it. We still got to tune the car and put the hood back on it, and then clean it up completely. But tuning is gonna be kind of the awesome thing to do, because with that 8 in the kick panel, that actually has a really good impact on it right now, and so that should be bumping when we're said and done. So get the tune on it, get everything back together, and give you a final look at the car. But this car actually sounds decent with no tuning. It's got a lot of mid-range, but I'm willing to bet once we get in there and start dialing it in with this new DSP from Audison, this 5-channel amp DSP, I'm pretty sure we're going to be really successful. So stay tuned. And we're done. Back panel, the custom panel I made for this because there was a hole here that I couldn't stand. So I basically took this and built a panel for this because it just looked like crap. And this also comes unplugged. We also got the speakers in the factory location. And by all means, this system from the factory is garbage, at least in my opinion. Hopefully other people agree with me. We also put the drivers in here, Morel. Everything goes through the factory screen. This car is sick. Got the black, it's got the Dark Knight looking Aventador. We got the custom box here underneath that panel. It's velcroed in the back so it doesn't vibrate, but it also has screws that can be taken out so you can service the fuse box back there, and everything goes through the factory system. And it's done.